This is a Culture Club Greg Grease collaboration. Do do do. First, we'll start by tying our knot. We're going to tie a triple knot, so make 3 loops. If we have really thin thread, you can even do more knots. Just make sure when you're pulling it tight, you're pulling it slow so that the knot stays close together. Now, we're going to use this X as a reference. This is the direction we'll be going through. We're starting on the top side of the fabric, and we're going through under and back through the top side of the fabric, following that straight line, and then we're going to do the same, crossing, following another line. It's making an X on the other side of the fabric. Now we're ready to sew our button. We're going to follow the X that we drew on the line to the X that is made in between the holes on the button. We're starting on the bottom side of the button, going through the hole, up and over, across, through the other hole, down through the fabric, the top side of the fabric, and through. We're aiming the needle on that X. X marks the spot. We're pulling it through. As you practice this more, you won't need an X anymore. We're going to go back through that same first hole, up and over and through again. So now we've went through that first hole twice. Now we're going to do the same thing going in the opposite direction. So we'll start on the underside of the fabric, and we're X marks the spot. We're lining it up, we're poking through the button, over and across. Now this time, when we go back through the second time, we're going to poke the needle, rather than going through the button, we're going to go in between the fabric and the button. We're going to poke the needle through the side of the button, as seen here. Now pull it tight and wrap the thread around the button 3 or 4 times. This is creating a space between the button and the fabric so that the button can go through the buttonhole easily. Now we're going to go under side of the button, back through that hole, and across the top to the other side, creating the second stitch going over. Pull it through nice and tight. Now we're going to finish it off with some back stitches. That way we don't have to tie a knot on the back side of the fabric. So we're going to run our needle under those previous made stitches and through. Be sure to not make the needle go through the fabric. We're just running the needle under those stitches. And we're going to go in the opposite direction that the needle just came. So it's a back stitch. So we go in one direction and then we'll go back in that opposite direction. You can do this 2 or 3 times. This will secure your stitch. Make sure that the thread and nothing gets caught when you're pulling it through. Pull it very gently but firmly. And there you have it. Now cut your loose thread off the back. And you have a button. Practice makes perfect, so the more you practice, the easier it'll get.